Oh, Joe. Joe, what are we gonna do about you? I this entire thing is from your own video. Starts basically up here. Why do I have to keep repeating myself? The logic isn't the same. According to you, it's I do not have it open. Double standard fallacy. Double standard fallacy. Just in two situations by different standards, when in fact you should be using the same standard. This is used in an argument to unfairly support or reject an argument. That is what you're doing here. Literally exact that. You cannot pull up a single example where I don't have a thought out, sorry, well thought out argument with often multiple points that ties all together. I have done that in multiple of my videos. Even in my comments, which you deny by double standard. You just say he snaps to the wall, aimbot. No, that is what you're saying. I literally proved it. I'm fairly certain it's even in this video here. This is going a bit fast. Might not be in this video. No, it's not that video. That's Joe's, so it goes here. You said... That's slow motion. No, that's normal.
That's an aimbot.
Here.
There. Aimbot snap. That's an aimbot snap. Snaps again. That's a fake snap to mislead people.
This is what you're doing. Aimbot snap, fake snap to mislead people, and snap again. But what was it I did to you? We take your Fortnite ranked 2. We take over here. I said...
Really my kind of thing. It's kind of a bit of a...
Mute you. I said, you're going to this direction. You have seen a player using wall hack. You're always keeping this direction right in line of sight. Still in line of sight. Still in line of sight. You went back fakely. Here, you faked looking over here and went directly back in line of sight. Still in line of sight. Still in line of sight. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because you see him over here around the fountain. Somewhere. I don't know where, but you see him over there. Then you look over there to mislead people. You look here, still in line of sight. Still in line of sight. Misleading people by looking over there now. Still in line of sight. You're literally turning to make it misleading people right now. And then back in line of sight. And why do you do that? Here. A player. You say, well, I have in-game indicators. I have sound. Absolutely nothing that should... Wait, did I mute? I did. Sorry. Absolutely nothing that should indicate anything.
I guess.
This is way before, as you can see. That was behind you. You even looked in that direction.
Can't use them for health.
You have a chest indicator there. You also find it. But there's still no indicators. So where is it you know that guy is there? How do you know there are anyone in that direction?
I'm reasonably geared. Shitty scope on this sniper rifle. The shitty sniper. Need to complete the
No
bounty.
indicators.
pass through here. Maybe we...
There you have an indicator. Okay? You have an indicator there. But other than that...
board in there. It's a little bit of fight going off. We'll...
You have that one. He should have heard your footsteps though. So that's fair clean kill. Then here is where I started. Wait, what?
It's not a cheater.
That is your first reaction? It's not a cheater? No. What the fuck?
Ballistic shields are like, it's not really my kind of thing. It's kind of a bit of a pussy item, innit? Item for pussy holes.
And now you're insulting him. You're literally insulting him right now.
Rather have shields and heals and stuff.
You don't know if they are still there after that fight indicator you saw. You have no idea if they are still there. There is no fight indicator right now. Nothing. No fight indicator. Still, nothing to indicate they're there.
There was fighting in here somewhere, you know.
Yeah, but they could be gone. They could be gone. You have no indicators. And yet you're still aiming directly there. Still aiming directly. Misleading people. Aiming back there. No fight indicator. What you're claiming here is that you saw a guy's loot burst out because he died. That would mean he got killed by someone. AKA, that right there is the burst loot. That right there should have been the fighter killing him. But there were no indicators. They could have left this area. You had no indicators. You had no reason to run over there. And what was it? Aiming directly into a bush, misleading people by aiming over here, and then using your cheat again. Wasn't that what you said here? Wrong. Joe Blue. There we go. Here.
He's behind. Right, then that's a snap again there. He's just done another aim snap. Right there. He's snapping to the target. The target's over there. That's aimbot. He sees them move to the right, and he snaps to exactly where they are. They just went behind that.
You don't know if they are exactly there.
He snaps to their location. He snaps again, and then quickly pulls his fucking aim across to obfuscate the snap.
But that's what you're doing here, Joe. Aims at the direction where you can see the player, hides that you're aiming at that direction, and then going back at aiming in the same direction. It's the exact same thing. There's no difference.
Aim across to obfuscate the snap.
But what was it you said? Let's see again. You cannot pull up a single example where I don't have well thought out argument with often multiple points that tie it all together. You just call it snaps to wall aimbot. No, I don't. You're the one calling it wall hack. He looks around, wall hacks. You're the one calling it aimbot. He looks around, wall hack. But you'll always keep the fountain within the same view. And then fakely, as you claim the gaming merchant did with his aimbot, claim that he fakely aims elsewhere to snap back again. There's no reasoning past this to support that is what you claim. The same reason there should be to him faking to aim elsewhere, whatever. There is the same reason. The difference, however, is you're doing it towards someone else, I'm doing it towards you. That is the only difference. You can't pull up an example where I do this. I just did. All the examples you have used against me are not the same. Double standard fallacy. Judging two situations by different standards when in fact you should be judging them using the same standard. This is used in an argument to unfairly support or reject an argument. You claim... Oh, this was your video response to me. You claim the gaming merchant was looking away to fake he was snapping to people. I claim you were looking away to fake you use wallhack. It's the same thing. Whether you like it or not, that is reality. Then I wrote, I responded to why do I have to keep repeating myself? Because you think that increases your chances of being right. It does not. Fair enough. You don't use logic, wait. What the fuck just happened there? You don't use logic when arguing against me. God complex and delusion of grandeur. God complex is an unshaken belief characterized by consistently inflated feelings or personal ability, privilege, or infallibility. The person is highly dogmatic in their view, meaning the person speaks of their personal opinion as though they were unquestionably correct. Delusion of grandeur. A delusion of grandeur is a false or unusual belief about one's power, wealth, talent, or other traits. A person may believe, for instance, that they are famous, can end world wars, or that they are immortal. You think people cannot argue against you. Because you only know how to use bad faith arguments, I won't respond to any of the bullshit you're writing, because then when you respond to with bad faith arguments, you are being dishonest, lying, and manipulating, and toxic. Literally what you're doing there. Then I said, but I will do you one better. Give me one good, logical, non-fallacious, and no biased reason as to why I should why I should be logically responding to your dishonesty. You can pause to read if you want to read this one here. I will keep it here. No, you made bad faith argument because you don't argue to the same standard as I am, as me. Double standard fallacy and God complex. You argue based on facsimile. I have it here. Whatever that is pronounced. An exact copy, especially written or printed material. Your argue is based on a facsimile of my standard. It is! You also don't attack my position, you just claim you're doing what I do to others using lesser standards than me, which is double standard. If it's a lesser standard, Joe, then you're also claiming, then you're right there claiming I'm not doing it according to the same standard. By saying the gamer merchant is faking to looking left, so that is him hiding cheats. Joe Blue is faking looking right, so that's him hiding cheats. Person 1 unfairly rejects reason Y because, but only for claim Z, not claim X. That's what you're doing. Which is double standard in itself? No, it's not. It's just wrong standard. Incorrect standard, if this were to be true. But also ignore my main position in favor of calling me a cheater, which is an ad hominem attack. This here is what you do to everyone. Calling people a cheater, which is an ad hominem attack. This is what you're doing to everyone. You're calling everyone a cheater. Everyone that disagrees with you. Again, you're projecting what you do onto me. You're literally doing this right here and right here. That is literally what you're doing. You cannot change definitions. Projection, if I can spell, projection fallacy. The mind projection fallacy is an informal fallacy that just described fallacy first described by blah 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 in a first positive form. It occurs when someone thinks that the way they see the world reflects the way the world really is. going as far to assume the real existence of imagined objects. That is what you're doing. And then you quote here, but I'll do you one better, me saying that. Give me one good, logical, non-fallacious, and non-biased reason as to why I should be logically responding to your dishonesty. And what is it you're doing? I gave you the opportunity to show everyone that you are actually an honest person. What are you doing? Why are you arguing with me if you're not prepared to argue against my main position? Deflection. Instead, you make ad hominem calling me a cheater, claiming you're doing the same as me, but you're not. Double standard. Or just claim another ad hominem that I'm being dishonest. No, you're literally doing it yourself. You're showing your dishonesty, your actions. I'm just using your own words. Literally just using your words. Or claim just another ad hominem that I'm being dishonest as an excuse to not respond to my refutation of your main position. No, you're not. You are being dishonest because you're trying to use double standard, God complex, and so many more. Narcissism, ad hominem, defamation of character, false allegation. This here, a thief believes everyone steals, meaning, here you have it, but if you change it around, a cheater believes everybody cheats. So there is absolutely a logical reason to think that you claim everyone else of cheating because you're cheating yourself. Fallacy of inductive reasoning. Invincible ignorance fallacy. This one is amazing. Also known as pig-headed, as argument by pig-headedness, is a deductive fallacy of circularity where the person in question simply refuses to believe the argument, ignoring any evidence given. That is what you're doing! Yo, you're literally doing what I'm telling you that you are doing. Instead of reading up on what it is I say that you're doing, you just ignore it and repeat it. As I said, you're ignoring it and repeating it. One of my favorite quotes actually is from Albert Einstein. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I am informing you of exactly what it is you are doing, that you are doing incorrectly, but you ignore it and do the exact same thing again. I can prove it. If we focus on this section here, you're making erroneous claims about me with no physical evidence to tie my action to those claims. You have statements and coincidences. That's what your whole case rests on. If you were open in actual criticism of me, you would be disproving my claims. Your whole channel is directed at me personally, and all you do is lie, misrepresent about me. You're not. I'm quoting here. You're not. Blah 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 blah. Same thing up here. Invincible ignorance fallacy and double standard again. As long as you're performing these fallacies, I will not respond to your actual bullshit. You haven't been able to prove any of these fallacies are correct to me. You haven't, blah, blah, blah. Ignorance fallacy, invincible ignorance fallacy. You're literally performing the very definition of what the fallacy explains, and you cannot even see it yourself. The invincible ignorance fallacy, I just copied the definition, as I showed there. I just copied it. There it is. Also known as argument by pig-headedness, is a deductive fallacy of circular reason where the person in question simply refuses to believe the argument, ignoring any evidence given. He refuses to believe what was said here. This person using wall hack, when you're literally doing the exact same thing. You're literally using wallhack for that person there. I literally just explained to you why you were using wallhack, and then you're saying I don't. I'm just using what was it you claimed? That was you have statement and coincidence. That's the exact same thing you claimed about that person there. This entire clip from your channel, Rank Journey Day 5, this entire clip is just a coincidence. You know why I know that? That was not the one. That was not the one. He didn't respond to that video. Then we go to Joe's. I know he was here. That guy there. Because right here. Where is it? Right here. Right here and forward. Nope. That was still not enough. Right here and forward. This guy here explains to you exactly what I'm saying. That you're just making claims. And you told me there, you have statements and coincidences. But this clip here, I muted it because I don't want to hear your babbling. You're whining about him using wallhack. Then you're saying, what are you looking at? 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 It's there it is. What are you looking at? Like, you literally have the entire explanation right in front of you. And I'm saying that he's not using wallhack. He's using the sound indicators you also have in-game. Just like he previously killed someone down here, he is now standing there. So it's a coincidence. People are gathering down here. There have died like 3 or 4 people already down there. You included. 3 people, you included. You, someone else, and the guy that was ratting before here. Now, this is a coincidence. These are footstep indicators you cannot see. Footstep indicators. He's trying to see what angle they're coming from. Because it will move further into middle line of sight. I'm a novice at Fortnite. I have not even played Battle Royale. But even I know this from your gameplay videos. And there it is. This here.
Oh, the other dude's cheating though. He's cheating for absolutely cheating. Right, who was that guy? D Gems 1981.
Which one of them was it?
Right, who was that guy? D Gems.
So D Gems just died. Marcel is still alive. What do you do? What is it you're doing, Joe? You're reporting D-Gems for wallhack too. So Marcel got reported for aimbotting. D-Gems got reported for wallhacking. Like, you have no evidence of this. What was it you told me? You have statement and coincidence. What the you are doing the exact same thing, and yet you are using double standards to say, no, I'm not. But you are. You're doing it wrong. I'm doing it right. Double standard included with God complex. As I'm literally telling you. You haven't provided any evidence of... you haven't been able to prove any of these fallacies are correct to me. You have just attached them to me with no actual explanation to why it is correct. The definition is the explanation. Me literally quoting this here and then saying invincible, ignorance, fallacy, double standard. I forgot the God complex here. But double standard and invincible, ignorance, fallacy simply refuses to believe the argument, ignoring any evidence given. I gave you evidence, like I just also showed you, and you're still ignoring it. You haven't been able, blah, 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 blah. Invincible ignorance fallacy. Yet again, I literally explained to you why. What do? You're not replying. Then what is it you're doing then? You go over here and reply instead. Saying I make bad faith arguments and don't argue to the same standard as you do. That is a double standard. You're claiming I'm doing something that I'm proving to you is a lie. Double standard. And you are showing yourself as dishonest because according to yourself, Joe, no honest person would engage in such fallacy. You are literally engaging in fallacies time and time and time again, proving you are a dishonest person. And then here, doing the exact same thing I'm telling you that you are doing. How can you claim to be arguing in good faith when you refuse to address my refutation of your position? Because I don't argue against straw man fallacies, against double standard fallacies, against God complex delusional mentality. Like, I don't argue against dishonesty and lies. And I gave you an explanation here as to why. Exact same thing I've used this 27-minute video explaining, proving that you are a dishonest person. I literally told you, if you can do this, I will gladly answer your bullshit. And what do? Nuh-uh, you'll just say ad hominem, not answer at all or deflect, blah, 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 blah. Why are you arguing against me instead of blah, 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 blah? Yeah, literally. You're not being better. You're doing the exact thing you claim that I'm doing. Like, what is your thought process with this? How can you think this here, even this here, is better? You claim that I'm doing something, which is why I'm not going to respond properly to you. But you're doing the exact thing you complain about. Double standard. You're holding me to a different standard when you are using the actions that you claim I'm doing. Double standard fallacy, Joe. It literally is within the definition of a double standard fallacy. And on this video here, it was Joe Brew proving him he's dishonest and a liar. This one here. On that video there, you spammed. I told people newest first because YouTube cannot box. You spammed this trying to argue your honest integrity. You spammed it. But you have absolute... I did not see this one. Why would I delete my own comment? To manipulate. Didn't I also say that? That is one of them. I just got rid of all your trolling. That is a blatant lie. Dishonesty, invincible, argument, fallacy, double standard. I want me to continue. The trolling I did was prove you wrong time and time and time again, and then also showing you the fallacies you're using, like I'm still doing. So you hit the comments, blah, 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 manipulating the comments. Hold on. Is this what you're talking about? Like I just said to people right now, newest first, and I will show this. Where was it? I cannot find it. Why did it disappear off to? Okay, 2 seconds. Found it. You claim I deleted comments, and it looks like this. Like this. 7 comments, sort by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure, your comments are not there. And then I respond here. In a previous video of mine, I explained there can be a bug with YouTube, and if your sort by, if you sort by and pick newest first, then it looks like this. Sort by newest first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your comments, Joe, are not gone. They are not even being held for review. You cannot even claim that. They are still there. And as you see here, I just went back. This is the exact place. This one, wait. That one there, I have the link. Your comments are gone. Right here. 343. Top, newest first. Literally just doing this. 343. And there it is. My link is here. I told you in a previous video, I explained there is a bug with YouTube. So where was it? I was hiding the comment. And don't worry, Joe, I'm recording all these comments, blah, 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 blah. So if you remove them yourself, if you delete your own comments, I still got a video evidence that the comments were there and you deleted them to try and force yourself to be right about me manipulating the comment section. However, if I do provide evidence that they were there, it also means that I'm not afraid of showing your comments at all. So don't worry. Why would I delete my own comments? I just explained it. What was it again? Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I've also taken screenshots showing the replies were in fact hidden. No, what you showed was indeed this. However, I also proved to you that it was not the comment right there, the 2 comments right there that is potentially inappropriate. I also proved to you that it was not those 2 comments I was talking about. I'm gonna overlay that like this, so you can see the X's, the crosses, the red crosses on the left, and see what the replies look like. And then I'm gonna tell you, Joe, that my comment at the top, nice video, are on both of them. Your response, could you please provide an example of confirmation bias, is right there. And my response is right there. Could you please provide, quoting you, just stating I'm doing blah, 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 quoting you. Sure thing. Give an example. If you look at the very bottom of that screenshot, you also see that my comment have a like. If you focus, give me 2 seconds. If you focus on that part there, my comment have a like. That means someone else was able to find my comment. So where is my comment, Joe? Where is my comment amongst these comments here? Because I sincerely cannot see it at all. And you said, I've also taken screenshots showing that the replies were in fact hidden. No, you have not. You have shown that you are a dishonest person manipulating what comments are hidden, because that is what suits your agenda. As it shows more replies than were replies viewable. Literally just explained why too in I think 3 videos now. And I also screenshots of additional replies that were made that you have also removed. No, you have not. You have not shown me anything that remotely shows I removed your comments. Again, newest first. Let me update. In hopes that you actually did do it. Let me update. Newest first, newest first. If I scroll past a little bit, I'm gonna look at the timestamp only. 22 hours, 22 hours, that's gonna be blurred. 20 hours, that was a little fast. 22 hours, 21 hours. 40 minutes, 44 minutes, that's the comment you just made. That's my comment. Skipping this, you're not there. You didn't respond to this here. You didn't respond to this here. You ignored that completely. You didn't respond to that because you ignored it. Here, pause and read if you want to know what is going on here. Let me start. Oh, there it is. Here, I'm explaining exactly to you why it is that you're doing what you're doing. How it is I'm connecting these fallacies to you. When was that? 20 hours ago. And you said I don't. 20 hours, 22 hours, 21 hours, 21 hours, 21 hours, 21 hours, didn't respond, didn't respond, didn't respond. 21 hours ago. There is absolutely no comment here that says I have manipulated the comment section. I have gotten accustomed to just sorting newest first. You have not responded to that. Newest first. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Spreading lies. Spreading lies. I'm showing you that you are replying to my videos. People can go past them. You don't have a link, which is the indicator of a screenshot. You cannot post pictures here. Spreading lies. Yeah, spreading lies. How is it the same? Double standard. This is what you did. If the account is a few months old, blah 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 blah. How is that relevant to me? I just explained. If I'm so incorrect, then how come none of you ever have an argument that disproves me? Invincible ignorance fallacy. So where are the arguments then? That was to me. That was based on this one here. Just because you say we don't have an argument against you doesn't mean we actually don't exactly. I just explained the ignorance fallacy. Invincible ignorance fallacy. It just means you cannot argue against what we say, so you instantly just deny it and deflect. What also is called avoiding the issue fallacy. Avoiding the issue fallacy. Description. When an arguer responds to an argument by not addressing the point of the argument itself. Argument. Unlike the strawman fallacy, avoiding the issue does not create an unrelated argument to divert attention. It simply avoids the argument. Literally. How does that apply? I just explained it. Definition by itself. There are no links here either. Did you reply to these? No, it didn't. No replies for Joe. Reply to this. No, it didn't. Reply to this. Yeah, it did. I ignored this one here. Intentionally. Because my video literally explains this. And people in your comment section have explained this one here. And also, just because you don't see a reason, doesn't mean there is no reason. Just means you have no valid argument to why there is a reason. Which also is why you use confirmation bias to say that he's changing it to cheat. You can't prove a reason either. Sure. Diversion. I also said that it's to make focus to the names rather than the colors of the team. But you don't listen. Invincible ignorance fallacy. I don't respond to bullshit. I've always stated that I could be wrong, and yet you are behaving in a god complex manner. I'm not looking at clips for things that, to suit my agenda. I'm looking for signs of cheating in clips, so it suits your agenda. I'm looking for signs of cheating. You want to find a cheater, so you find signs of cheating. Quoting Joe Blue, Shroud is a cheater. I mean, you can literally just search Shroud cheater. Whoopsie, I'm sorry, Joe. Confirmation bias. The Game and Merchant. Did you see it, guys? Did you see it? It shows change of colorblind filterness, proceeds to show a clip that logs onto colorblindness mode in Apex Legend. But you also show that he's logging onto a vent where there is no color to log onto. And this here, I can do the exact same thing, Joe. I can do the exact same thing with your video. Day 5. No, it was day 2. I can do the exact same thing with your video. Day 2. Stop that. Day 2. Mute. Mute. And you're hearing gunshots, a fight. That could actually just be pretty accurate. It's just over here somewhere. The fight is up there in the house. You can literally see it. 2 people are fighting. It should already be dead. But see, you turn on your wall hack. You then see whether or not they are still there. Fakely aim away. Then, what was it? How was it? Did he change to colorblind settings true or false? Sure he did. Did you see the gunfight earlier and turn on your wall hack true or false? True. Did he not do it after he claimed that was a cheater? Did you not do it after you saw the fight to be sure you would engage the fight most advantageously? Does the colorblind cheat exist? Does wallhack cheat exist? Did he kill the alleged cheater multiple times? True or false? Did you position yourself in an angle that makes it easier for you to be behind the cheater and without getting seen by the cheater itself? The one you claim is cheating? Yes, you did. True or false? And then here, and then you're reporting him, calling him a cheater. Is it likely you need cheat to be cheaters? Likely, not necessarily, not required. Is TGM exhibiting behavior that falls in the line with having an aimbot? Is Joe Blue exhibiting behavior that falls in the line of positioning himself in accordance to wallhack? That was too far behind. Looking at the fountain, keeping the fountain in line of view, line of sight, keeping the fountain in line of sight. Exhibiting behavior that falls in line of in the line of wallhack, fake, keeping it inside line of sight, faking it, keeping it in line of sight, line of sight, still there, aiming still there, still the direction there, faking it, and still in direction. Is Joe Blue exhibiting behavior that falls in line with having wallhack activated? True or false? True. Did the second alleged snap not skip a frame in of animation from chest height to face height? True or false? False. You're saying true because it fits your agenda. Is the crosshair skipping a frame of animation potentially indicating aimbot? No, it's not. Saying it's true does not mean that it is true, Joe. You need to show where and the indicator itself. It does not mean it's true just because you say so. God complex. Everything I use as evidence in the second video for TGM is all based on evidence that is true. No, it's not. And saying what is it likely? It's not evidence. Likelihood is not evidence. Is it likely he's a murderer if he killed in the past? Still a murderer if he killed in the past? Sure, it's likely. Does not mean he is. Not at all. While it doesn't 100% prove it, you literally just said, are all based on evidence that's true. While it does not, contradicting yourself. In the degree of likelihood being right because of all the evidence that goes, evidence goes that way. No, not all of it. That doesn't need to be. That doesn't need to be. That can be said about you. That is no evidence whatsoever. You can't just say I'm picking things to suit my agenda. They are all true things in this video. You can manipulate it to be true. Just like I did here. Everything I said in regards to you using wall hacks is true. Imagine you in a court of law watching the defendant on a camera killing someone and you as a defense saying, nah, the prosecution is just picking evidence from... That is what you're doing right there. Because if this here is an argument of you being right about TDM using aimbot, then this here is an argument of truth and trustworthiness, integrity, and reality about you using wallhang. If you deny this argument, it's double standard. If you agree with this, then yes, this here is, but then it's still a double standard fallacy. You're judging others, but cannot accept others judging you having cheating behavior. So which is it, Joe? Are you a liar or a liar? Because I literally just proved that you are a dishonest person. You are lying. And in regards to not answering bullshit, can you offer a counter argument up to why they changed colorblindness? I did. You just don't accept it. Invincible ignorance fallacy. Please tell me why any player would move away from the target while ADSing into view to cover more angles. Proceed to answer it yourself. Make sure nobody is appearing. That's quoting me in the video. You failed to give an example of why people proceeds to answer it himself by actually quoting what I say. Make sure nobody is appearing. What? You want people to listen to your videos, but you're not listening to what others are making. I'm not mocking colorblind people. I'm mocking all the hunt players that got banned. No, you said people. That's everyone. There are no links indicating that I'm removing any comments. You are an absolute buffoon, man. Ad hominem. And then you're crying that I use ad hominem. Didn't I also say nice ad hominem, Joe? Truly admitting you're a dishonest person. I actually went through that entire bullshit there for some reason. Also, people can read these themselves. Joe Blue showing that he is manipulating comment section. My comment, there was absolutely no evidence of him cheating at all. You haven't disproven anything. If just taking a clip in isolation and cherry picking a certain section. But I'm not. I'm using your clips. If you cannot handle that I'm using your clips, how they are, then you are the one cherry picking. You don't even know what strawman is. Did I say strawman up here? Did I? Ah, and strawman sets a very poor guideline. Okay. Because starting with both dishonesty. Okay. My comment... Ah, okay. So this here is a strawman of what I said. Which means up here... what was it he quoted? My comment, there was absolutely no evidence. There was absolutely no evidence. There was absolutely... Ah, there it is. It kind of changed... it changes nothing about the physical evidence in the video. There was absolutely no physical evidence of cheating in that moment at all. What video? Being pedantic. Oh! That was this moment here. That was you claiming all this here. And then you say he pre-fires. But he doesn't. He doesn't pre-fire. He actually waits for the player to be there. But you're being dishonest about all this. Exaggerates another person's argument. Exactly, you need to argue. You need an argument to begin with. You don't have one. This is a double standard and invincible ignorance fallacy. So you are desperately try. So you desperately try to change the definitions. Then let me I give you the definitions. Then an argument is a grouping of statements which includes either one or more than one premise, but one and only one conclusion, which includes exactly premise. Exactly. Didn't I also? Which includes premise, base argument, theory, or undertaking. The theory is that you are a liar. Conclusion, you are a liar. Premise, you are a liar. Conclusion, you are a liar. Conclusion, a judgment or decision reached by reasoning. My entire thing here, all I'm doing on this channel, proves you are a dishonest person and a liar. You make a statement and then apply no logic to support it. That is invincible ignorance fallacy together with double standard and God complex. You never apply any reason to the premise I have. You have a premise, then make statements about the premise. A statement is a sentence in which can be either true or false. For example, the dog is in the kennel. An argument is a group of statements which includes either one or more than one premise. You have a premise, then make statements about the premise, then never apply any reasoning to why it is true or not. I do! But because of your invincible ignorance fallacy usage, you never accept it. Because it states is a deductive fallacy of circularity where the person in question simply refuses to believe the argument, ignoring any evidence given. This has been a far too long video directly proving Joe Blue has no clue about what he's saying. He's just repeating what I'm saying about him. And everything else, no mate, you don't understand the definitions. He's literally performing within everything that is said right there. I'm giving him the definitions. I'm telling him that this is his behavior. Now, I will continue to do this until Joe Blue directly apologizes to me and then also stops making videos that is defamation of character. The moment he does that, this entire channel is deleted. I will delete my entire channel, all videos about Joe, regardless whether or not he is keeping all these accusations videos, accusing people of cheating, accusing Aetherized, accusing Shroud, Sipti, Blizzard Scumsh, Fortnite accusation, Gen Snake, Realberg, people in Hunt, Rush to Sea, people in Hunt. I don't care if he keeps all these, as long as what comes after this is justified, is no longer defamation of character with substantial, factual, valid evidence. If he can do that, perfectly fine. I delete my entire channel. When he have done that, I will delete my entire channel. As long as he has not, I will continue doing what I'm doing.